Mickey Lolich, the Tiger World Series hero over the Cardinals in '68, enjoying his best year this year with 14 wins and 6 losses, an earned run average of 2.96. And so the National League switches now to right-handed batter Bobby Bonds in place of Willie Davis. Talented young giant outfielder has 20 homers and hitting .312. It's a strike to him. He's knocked in 57 runs. Clemente on deck at the top of the order, and then Lee May. Bonds has great speed. He strikes out a lot, but he still hits for a good average. 1-1 to him. Lolich was another one that had Earl Weaver in his doghouse. Lolich said, I got mad at the fella when he said I was fat. Lolich has trimmed down this year. He's had a little bit of stomach on him a couple of years ago, like Sonny Jurgensen. Strike 2, 1 and 2. Earl Weaver said, I'd never said he was fat because I'm fat myself. I'd never say that about anybody. Lolich is second in the American League in strikeouts to Vida Blue. He's a strikeout pitcher. A 1-2 pitch to Bobby Bonds. Curved him, got him. 1 down. Now the American League has gradually sifted its defensive lineup on the field. They have Yastrzemski, the top left fielder in the league defensively in left. Amos Otis, a good center fielder. Kaline in right. They have Robinson at third. Aparicio at short. Rojas at second. Killebrew isn't the top defensive first baseman in the American League. Defensively, George Scott is, but he's not here tonight. Killebrew's at first, and Thurman Munson has gone behind the plate. So with a 3-run lead now, they're going to try and hold it with Lolich and their best defensive player. 1 out, nobody on. Clemente struck out his first time. He placed inside to him for a ball. Hank Aaron in the 4th inning.
Lolich has surprised a couple of these National League hitters. He surprised Bonds on the called 3rd strike with that good sharp breaking curve, and he looked like he just surprised Roberto Clemente with a pretty hard fastball.
1 ball, no strikes. At the knees, 1-1. He won the 3 games for the Tigers when they beat the Cardinals, and he beat Bob Gibson in that dramatic 7th game at St. Louis. Pitching on 2 days rest. The 1-1 pitch. Let up high. Ball 2, 2-1.
Clemente looked like he turned to Frank Umont, the plate umpire, and saying, yeah, let him get that one down in the strike zone. It looked like he was fooled much on the changeup.
On deck is Lee May. Same pitch and high, ball 3. Clemente said, why wasn't that in the strike zone? I'd like to have that one. 1 out, nobody on. Clemente had 10 hits in a doubleheader last August against the Dodgers. A lot of hits in one day. 3-1 to him. It's a high fly into deep right center. Amos Otis way back. That one's going, and it is gone. Almost in the same spot as Johnny Bench's in the upper deck in right center. I've never seen so many long drives to the opposite field by right-handed batters that we've had in this game. That's another tremendous shot for a right-hander. 450, 460.
Here's that Clemente swing once again. Look at that bat stay back. Cock. Now a trademark. Hitting off the front foot. Look at that right foot, the rear foot, a foot off the ground, something that is not advisable as a hitter. But don't tell that to Clemente or Hank Aaron.
Lee May, a ball to him. 6 home runs tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This All-Star game ties an All-Star game record. 3 by each team. Bench, Aaron, and Clemente for the National League. To the box. Lolich, the first, 2 down. Ron Sano now is coming out to bat for Joe Torre. Sano of the Cubs, another strong right-handed batter. And all 3 National League homers were hit to the opposite field in the upper deck, with Bench and Clemente hitting him in right center well up in the upper deck. Frank Robinson homered to right for the American League. To right.
Jim Perry and Wilbur Wood warming up. Just saw them.
One ball, no strikes. One and one. If you joined us late, the longest home run tonight has been by Reggie Jackson. Hit the light transformer up on the roof in right field, right center. Sano has 15 homers this year. A ball to him. Batting .288. Two and two. American League leading 6-4 in the top of the 8th. Two down for the National League, nobody on. Willie Stargell up next. Sano does something. A chopper to the box. The National League is retired in the 8th. One run, one hit, Clemente's homer. No errors, nobody left. We're going to the last of the 8th inning with the American League leading 6-4.
You know, Louise, you would have looked great in a bikini a couple of years ago. But not that you'd look bad now.
Time to get back into things. Eat smart at every meal, starting with breakfast. Kellogg's Special K breakfast is less than 240 calories, 99% fat-free, loaded with protein, and delicious. Let the Special K breakfast help you get back into things.
Hi, you beautiful. Where have you been all my life?
Happily married.
This is the car that was chosen U.S. Car of the Year by Road Test magazine. It's the 1971 Plymouth Satellite, a totally new automotive design, built and engineered with extra care. Plymouth Satellite, the U.S. Car of the Year, the buy of the year. That's Chrysler Plymouth coming through.
Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus will be defending their title against such team of golfers as Lee Trevino and Howie Johnson, Bruce Crampton and Orville Moody, Gene Littler and Ken Still, George Archer and Bobby Nichols, Gardner Dickinson and Sam Snead. See the final 2 rounds on Saturday, July 31st from 5 to 6 Eastern Daylight Time, and on Sunday from 4:30 to 6 from the Laurel Valley Golf Club on NBC. National Team Championship Golf. All right, we've got some more changes now. Pete Rose has gone to right field for the National League. That's Earl Weaver out checking the batting order. Bobby Bonds goes to center field. Felix Millan to second base. And Ron Santo to third. 4 more changes for the National League. They've really shuffled their lineup tonight. Carl Yastrzemski leading off for the American League in the last of the 8th. He's gone hitless in 3 times. Facing Don Wilson, working on his 2nd inning. He breezed through the 7th. Ball 1. Andy Messersmith and Sonny Siebert, 2 right-handers, are getting ready for the American League and the 9th inning in case they're needed. 2-0 to Yastrzemski. There they are, Siebert and Messersmith. Three and nothing to Yastrzemski. Rick Wise of the Phillies loosening up in the National League bullpen. 3-1 to him.
Wilson looks quick too, Kurt. Got a good fastball. Wise warming up for the National League.
He's throwing as hard as anyone tonight. Foul back of us, 3-2 to Yastrzemski. Ball 4, Yastrzemski's on. Al Kaline been up once, had a hit, and he gets a fine ovation from the hometown Tiger fans. Youngest player to ever win an American League batting title. 2 months younger than Ty Cobb was when he won his first one. The strike to him.
Carl Yastrzemski down on first base is a base-stealing threat. Stealing more and more these past couple of years.
Right by him, 2 strikes. 6-4. The American League ahead, last of the 8th inning. One and 2. Count goes 2-2 to Kaline. Armin Killebrew due up behind him. Blazing fastball by Wilson. First strikeout for him. Killebrew had a 2-run homer to left in the 6th inning. And right now is the margin in this game. When you look up here in left field, ball 1, and see that roof up there where Killebrew hit the ball over. He and Howard are the only 2 who've ever done it. It's an amazing feat. One and 1, and also you remember the batters like Jimmy Fox and Hank Greenberg couldn't do it. A lot of big right-handers, but this man is one of the 2 in the history of this ballpark to do it. 2-1.
Kurt, they talk about the longest home run ever, and I guess that'll be a constant debate, but they say Babe Ruth hit one in this park that traveled, and it was measured 625 feet.
Boy. 2-1 pitch. Down to third baseman Sano. For 1, over to first. They've got the double play. Sano, Demian, DeMay. And now we're going to the top of the 9th inning and the last chance for the National League. There were no runs, no hits, nobody left. At the end of 8, it's the American 6, the National League 4.
The Baja. Scene of one of the toughest races in the world. The Mexican 1000. 832 miles of rocks, ruts, and cactus. 832 miles of jolting, twisting arroyos and barrancas. What kind of tire can stand this kind of punishment? Sears steel-belted radial, the passenger car tire with flexible steel belts under the tread. For fantastic strength, traction, and mileage. This year, Sears steel-belted radials set new course records and won first place in 3 classes. The same kind of steel-belted radials that have gone over 70,000 miles on a car like yours. Sears steel-belted radial, the tire that beat the Baja. Only at Sears.
Quickly down to Lindsey Nelson.
Stan Musial's a very popular man. You got a big hand?
Yeah. Well, this is good baseball town, Lindsey. Always a pleasure coming here.
I tell you, things don't look too bright for the National League.
Now, there's been a lot of long ball hitting. This has always been a good hitter's park.
It has been. Did you play in the 51 game here?
Yes, I hit one out here.
Did you hit one out in the 51?
Oh, sure. We always remember those home runs.
Why so many home runs tonight?
Well, of course, this is good, strong boys hitting, but of course the wind's a big factor here tonight. But this is a good hitter's park, really is.
Stan, it's always a pleasure.
All right, fine, man.
Stan Musial, Hall of Famer. Now let's go back upstairs.
The 9th inning, and Lou Brock is going to bat for Willie Stargell. He'll be followed by Don Kessinger and then Johnny Bench. Mickey Lolich now will try and hold this American League lead. They gave up a hit. That was a home run to Clemente in the 8th. Vida Blue, Jim Palmer, Mike Cuellar, and Mickey Lolich. The exact plans that Weaver announced before the game, and he's followed them with his pitching. Foul back, strike one. Brock batting .347. He is third in the league in batting. And, of course, an outstanding base runner. All the players, the managers, and the coaches in this game. Tries to bunt. Fast man. Good play by Lolich to get him.
The ball hit squarely on home plate. That's why the big high bounce. And Lolich, in spite of what Earl Weaver says, that he's a little too heavy, made a pretty agile fielding play, getting to Fleet Lou Brock. Here it is again, hitting the corner of the plate. Look at Lolich breaking quickly as we see Thurman Munson coming on. Good quick throw to Killebrew covering the bag to get Lou Brock.
Kessinger flying out in his one time up. All the players each received a blue Lindy synthetic sapphire star ring for appearing here in this All-Star game. White gold are beautiful. No balls, one strike.
I think we owe the commissioner some thanks too for including us. It's a beautiful ring. Thank you.
That's right, presented by Commissioner Kuhn. 1 out, nobody on. A 2-run lead for the American League in the 9th inning. A fly ball into right field. K-Line calling for it, and there are 2 down now. The American League 1 out away from snapping an 8-game losing streak. Alan Roth, our old standby, has been our statistician again tonight and our stage manager. Returning to his native Detroit, Jim O'Gorman. Tom Dawson, director of TV and radio activities for the Major Leagues, and Joe Reichler, director of public relations. Charlie Feeney, president of the National League, and Joe Cronin, president of the American League. We thank them, along with Commissioner Bowie Kuhn, for their cooperation. Johnny Bench has hit the ball hard each time. A home run. A hit taken away from him by Brooks Robinson, and he singled to left. It's 1 strike to him. The National League is going to lose this one if this pop-up is caught. Brooks Robinson up on the mound. It's all over. The American League finally wins one. 8 games in a row they'd lost. They lost 12 of their last 13. But here in Tiger Town tonight, on home run bats and good pitching, Vida Blue gave up the 3 runs in the first 3 innings, but he's the winner because the American League came up with 4 runs in the last of the 3rd. So Vida Blue was a pitcher of record. He gets the win, and Doc Ellis is the loser. And the final score, the American League, 6 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The National League, 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors.
Does my antiperspirant keep me dry? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. More times no.
If your antiperspirant doesn't do what you hired it to, fire yours and hire ours. Right Guard antiperspirant. Get the drying agent that really helps keep you dry. Stop.